You have a web application, okay? Any website, some insurance website or anything, okay? Tell me, in your insurance website, if I need to make a JSP change, okay? You know, right, in front end we do a lot of changes. Even in back end, we do a lot of changes. So if you want to make a change, you have to go through the entire deployment procedure. You agree for that?
Yeah, we have to.
We have to, yes, if it is a straightforward JSP change, maybe you can hard deploy it, but eventually you have to do a deployment, complete deployment. You have to bring down the server, put your changes, compare them, etc., etc., etc. Again, bring up the server, everything, okay? Okay, this is one thing. Now, what if I give you a function, I give you a system where you can go and do an edit in live and you can see the result? Are you guys happy about it?
Yeah, definitely, right?
Yeah, okay. Now I'll come to the next point. All the e-commerce websites, okay, all e-commerce website, I think Flipkart, I think you guys have seen Amazon, Flipkart, etc., 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 Jabong. So all these e-commerce websites has a lot of product information, product data, okay? When I say product data, it can be summary, name, the SKU number, what is the price, etc., 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 okay? Now, imagine if you have a product on your website and the product description is wrong and you want to correct it. If you do in the traditional way, in the traditional MVC way, it is going to be a pain. You guys agree?
Yes, I do.
Yes. So in Hybris, it is just go to your CMS cockpit. CMS means content management system cockpit and go and change it. Okay? And you can see the changes live. Now going to the next step. Who will do the deployment generally?
Change control team.
Some middleware team or some developer. Okay, he should be a technical guy. You agree for that point? He should be technical. He should know what he's doing. Right?
Yes, people who are aware of servers.
Okay, who are aware of servers, who should know like how to build, because if you want to deploy, you have to build something. If there are some build errors, you should know how to fix them. If there are any jars missing, you should know how to bring them, everything. Now, if you do all this, imagine like the guy has taken leave or something and there's nobody to deploy. Do you think that product will go live? It won't. And the way the organizations today, today's organizations are looking at, they wanted to reduce the dependency on developers and they want the business to have more control. When I say business, it could be your product owners, it could be your merchandising teams, etc., etc. They want more control. Okay, they don't want to depend on developers for everything. Just to do a JSP deployment or any small logic change, you have to do a complete deployment and you don't want to deal with all that. Cost, everything is cost, because if you see all contracting companies, they charge per request. Okay, they have an SLA and they charge per request. What if you have a merchandising team which can go into an UI and just make changes and you can see the changes live? Don't you think that is an advantage?
Yeah, it is advantage for client, but not for contractors, right?
I mean, I'm just using the right things because this is how organizations are looking at. They wanted to reduce cost and do work more optimal. Okay, so they wanted to get revenue. They wanted to save some money and use it elsewhere. That's how things are going, everywhere, everywhere. Okay. Now, based on all this, there's a German company. Okay, these people thought about all this and they thought, okay, let us have a product which will do all this stuff. All you need is you need just somebody to install the application, and after that it is all merchandising team. So that's how the Hybris idea came up, and today it is the market's #1 product. There's a lot of competition from other e-commerce engines, but Hybris is way above everybody. Okay, and the latest release is 6 or 6.1. I think it is 6, and we are going to deal with 5.7. I always prefer a version lower because there are a lot of issues. I mean, people have reported and they're still working on it. 5.7 seems to be more stable. Okay. So did you guys understand the impact of Hybris here? Okay. First thing, yes, it is going to reduce the dependency on developer. Okay. And second thing, it gives a lot of control to the people who are managing the website. The actual people, like your merchandising team, can go and just put, they can change the description and just save it. That's it. You can see the text, ready text. So based out of all these features, it is all Hybris now. Okay. And you guys would be noticing how many e-commerce companies have come up in India, and I mean how good they are doing in the last few years. Okay. Is it fine?
Yeah.
Let me pause here and ask people if they have any questions.
Sure.
Any questions? You want me to proceed further?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Now let us look at the architecture of Hybris and try to correlate with the architecture that we know. I think all of you have, I mean, did all of you work on any MVC architecture based applications?
Yeah, I work on it day-to-day basis.
Okay, day-to-day basis. That is good. Then you should be very confident after maybe first 2 weeks. You should have a good feel about Hybris after first 2 weeks. Okay, let me show you the architecture of Hybris here. Okay, are you guys seeing my screen?
Yeah, I'm able to.
Okay, so if you look at the Hybris architecture, first always start with the platform. Okay, platform is the core. It is the ground. It is the base. It is the base for everything. Okay, and you look at the front end. When I say front end, there are two kinds of front ends here. One which the user is seeing. When I say user, the customer. One which the customer is seeing. Another one is what your business is seeing. Okay. Your business has access to all the cockpits: product cockpit, admin cockpit, WCMS, report cockpit, then print cockpit, and customer service cockpit, everything. And most important is HMC. HMC is the heart. You can manage everything through HMC. Okay. I'm introducing some terms to you. I will come back to those terms. Okay. Then you have your front end. When I say front end, it is just your web application. It can be Spring MVC or JSF or struts or anything. Okay. Hybris, most people out of the box, you are getting Spring MVC. So I'm 100% sure like all the Hybris applications are using Spring MVC. I don't know if anybody has tweaked and changed it from MVC to struts or something like that. Now, okay, let me take a step back here. Does anybody know what Apache Tomcat means?
Yeah, web server.
It's a web server.
Somebody said web server, somebody said app server. Does anybody know what is the difference between web server and app server?
I can give you an example. Tomcat is a web server, and JBoss, WebLogic, WebSphere are application servers, which can take JDU containers.
Okay. Okay, tell me this. Somebody said web server, somebody said app server. I need somebody to explain me the difference. If you guys don't know it, it is fine, but it is good to have that difference. If you know it, it is fantastic. Okay, it's very straightforward. If you have static content, okay, if you have static content, okay, like simple HTML pages, there is no business logic running or anything. If you have static content, it is all in your web server. If you have some kind of processing, some kind of calculation, some kind of business logic running behind it, it is app server. Okay, Apache Tomcat is both web server and app server. Okay, Tomcat alone, I don't know, but Apache Tomcat is both web server and app server. Okay, now Hybris is giving us out of the box Tomcat server. Okay, it is Apache Tomcat, and you can clearly see the server. Okay, now one more thing. Any application, any web application will have at the end of the story, you need to save some data, right? You have some data and you have to save that data. It may be a product data or customer data or any transaction data. So you have a database. Agreed? Agreed?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how do you interact? How do you, when I mean how do you, I'm saying how is your application interacting with the database? How is it interacting? It should use some kind of an API, right?
Correct. JDBC.
JDBC is the most basic, okay? Now,
Yeah. DAO.
you're talking about the layer, I'm talking about the API. You can say Hibernate or JPA or anything.
That is a ORM.
Yeah, it is the API, okay. You can call it ORM, but it is the API which is interacting between your, yeah. So even in Hybris, they have Hibernate ORM, okay, but it is well integrated. Can somebody tell me what advantage does an ORM bring?
We need not write any code, meaning any JDBC API. We need not write any code there, but ORM we can just using our ORM bean objects. Then we can store it. We can store the data directly in database. We are just mapping the Java bean objects with database columns. So directly we can store it.
Yep, exactly. You said the right, but you missed one point. ORM makes your database independent. You agree to that?
Yes.
You can use Oracle, you can use MySQL, you can use pretty much whatever is supported, okay? Like SQL Server. You just need to change the configurations and it will just use it, right? Same is the case here. Hybris has given us the Hibernate ORM. I mean, you will never even look at it because it is just taken care by the system. All you need to define is you have to tell which database you are using. You have to tell you have to tell Hybris, hey, I'm going to use Oracle, so please take these Oracle parameters and it will start using it. But by default, Hybris gives you HSQL DB. Okay. So you have your front end, which is your view. You have the API and the platform layer, which is your controller. Okay, I don't want to use the controller because you have a controller here as well, and you have your database layer. So you have your front end, you have your business layer, you have your DB. So you pretty much covered everything. So this is more or less, Hybris is not a big demon. It doesn't have anything new. It is the same thing, but they have grouped certain things together, which makes our lives very easy. You will understand once we go into that. Any questions here?
No, Ram.
Good. You want me to proceed to the next point?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Since we just talked about the architecture, now let us look at what e-commerce means and what SAP Hybris is doing to us. Okay. So I assume you are coming to Hybris session, so I know what I assume that you guys know what B2B and B2C means. Any questions on that?
No.
No. Okay. B2B is business to business, B2C is business to customer or client or whatever. Okay. That's easy for me. So since you guys already know what B2B and B2C means, it is easy for me. Now, we spoke about Spring, okay? Yes, we spoke about Spring MVC in the front end. We spoke about Spring, and I think Vijay said he's having pretty decent experience, and I assume all the guys who join have Spring experience, Spring knowledge. Is there anybody who does not have complete understanding on dependency injection in Spring? At least you should know dependency injection. Silence I would take no, which means I will proceed to the next thing. So does everybody know what dependency injection means?
Yes.
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 Okay.
But if you'd like to, personally, I would like to hear from you so that when we are moving forward, we can understand both are on the same page.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for asking. Anyways, I have a very simple way of explaining dependency injection. Okay. Okay. Generally, how do you create an object in Java?
Class name, object name equal to new class name.
Okay. You use the keyword new, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. So today I created a class A and I'm creating a class A object. Okay. And I'm using it somewhere in my application. Okay. Tomorrow I decide, okay, I need to tweak it or I need to change it or I need to enhance it, and I create a class B. Okay. If I wanted to use class B, what should I do? I should again go write my code, edit my code. I should use, instead of new A, I should use new B, right?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So every change you do or everything you wanted to monitor or everything you do, you have to go to your code and edit. You agree to that?
Yes.
So this kind of programming is called as tight coupled programming. So anything you change, you have to go to your code and do some kind of changes. Now, because of this tight coupling, maintenance will become a nightmare. Okay, I said A and B, two simple classes. Imagine you have hundreds of classes. It will be a big mess. So they thought and came up with a concept of how can I manage classes using configurations. Using an XML file, if I am able to manage my classes which are needed for my application, it will be easy for me because all I need to do is go and change it in one XML file. So this kind of configuration based patterns is called as dependence injection. So instead of tight coupling, now you are loosely coupled. Instead of A, if you want to change B, all you need to do is go and create a bean called B. That's it, and inject it. Am I making sense here?
Yeah.
Somebody who asked me this question, did it make any sense?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay. All right. So with Hybris, you have Spring, which is driving Hybris. Okay. Hybris is built on Spring framework. Now, can somebody please tell me what a framework means?
Framework is like we need not write code. Just we can enhance we can extend the functionality and we can achieve the functionality. That's what we do. Generally, we need not write from scratch.
Perfect.
We are just extending the functionality.
Excellent answer. So framework given with some objects which does fantastic jobs. You agree to that? Framework is giving you some objects which will do your, you need not write everything again. You need not reinvent the wheel here. Okay. So when you talk about Spring, can you remember any framework objects? Can somebody say one object which you guys remember? Come on, you guys know it. I know you guys know it, but people are busy and reluctant to unmute and talk. Any Spring Framework objects? Have you heard about this application context?
Yeah, context, application context.
I need you to tell me. I need you to tell me. It's fine. Okay. Can somebody say any framework object from
application context?
Perfect.
Class context.
Okay. Next question is: do you guys remember any framework objects in Hibernate?
Sorry, I am not aware of Hibernate.
Persistence.xml, maybe.
See, persistence.xml is, you are saying the file name, but I'm looking at any specific framework object.
Even application context is a file name, right? Application context.xml. That's where we.
No. You have an object by that name.
Oh, okay.
Okay. In Hibernate, you have something called as session factory.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys remember that?
Yes, Ram.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, next, the reason why they used Spring into Hybris, okay? Yes, first thing is dependency injection. I explained you how easy it is to manage everything through configurations rather than having tight coupling. Next thing is aspect-oriented programming. Do you guys understand what aspect-oriented programming means? Yes or no?
Yes, Ram. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Can somebody please summarize me like what aspect-oriented programming means?
Okay, say that you add additional functionalities to your existing program what you have written without changing that.
Okay, perfect. So the technical term which people expect in interviews is you should say separation of concerns, okay? If you have some logging mechanism which you wanted to use and you don't want it to be part of your actual running code, you don't want to be part of your code and you wanted to use it only on the runtime, that is called aspect-oriented programming. You will ask the system, you configure the application in such a way this particular logging functionality is called only during the runtime. Okay? Any confusions here? Even if you don't know aspect-oriented programming, it is fine. Hybris has like by default it is not used, but there are certain applications which, there are certain companies which are using it. And next thing is your Spring MVC. Are you guys confident on Spring MVC?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm happy that most people have very good they have thorough understanding on Spring MVC. Okay. All right. Next is our dependency injection. We have already covered it. Now let us look at some Hybris. We have talked about Spring all this time, but there is a lot of emphasis. That the reason why I started with Spring, there is a lot of, if you understand Spring perfectly, then you can easily knock Hybris. Otherwise, it is going to be a nightmare. Okay. All right. Do you guys have Hybris 5.7 on your machines?
No, Ram.
No, not it.
No.
Okay. I will ask the presenter, or I'll ask the training organizer to give you that. Maybe you guys can download it. Don't do anything, okay? Don't do anything. Just almost for first 1 week, you will be seeing on my system, but after my 5th class or 6th class, you will be asked to install. Okay? Now, this is, if you unzip the Hybris Commerce suite, okay? You can see all these folders. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay. You can see all these folders, okay? Worked on any earlier Hybris versions? Like 5.0 or 4.6 or 4.8?
No.
I tried to look around in 5.3, but I haven't done any actual work on it.
Okay. So since I think 5.0 or after 5, they came up with the concept of installer, okay? Are you guys seeing my screen first of all? I'm sorry.
No, your screen freezed.
Oh, it froze.
Yeah, now we are able to see.
Okay. Are you guys seeing my, like, I am just through this installer folder. Are you seeing it?
No, we're just seeing the browser here, so we are
Browser.
not screen.
Oh, you're seeing the browser. Okay, hold on. I don't know.
Again share it. Yeah.
Let's see now.
Now SAP Hybris material folder.
Okay. Now what are you seeing?
Organizer.
Yeah, now we are seeing the folders.
Yeah, now
Are you seeing? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have 2 monitors, so I really don't know which one is there. Okay. Now you can see it. Okay. Now, since after 5.x versions, Hybris came up with the concept of recipes, okay? what a recipe means, you just open that folder, you can see it is B2B accelerator, B2C accelerator, and stuff like that, okay, or telco accelerator or something like that. Now, I want you guys to first understand the word accelerator and forget it, okay? Just understand the word accelerator and forget it. We will talk about it a little later. Accelerator is nothing but something which makes your things faster, okay? So if I say B2B accelerator, it means if you use this recipe, you can develop your B2B applications much faster, okay? Because they have all the code, the relevant code, everything, the out of the box code which is there. You can use that. And same is the thing with B2C accelerator, okay? If you want to use telco accelerator, it is the same thing, okay? Does anybody want to know why this word called telco accelerator came? Are you guys aware why it is like this?
It's built for telecom.
Probably telecom.
Yes, you're right. Okay, for people who are in US, it is easy to understand because in India we can just go and get a SIM card, but in US you have to buy a phone plan and you have to, it is all bundled and it is a big mess. Okay, so they came up with the telco accelerator and stuff like that. And so predominantly if you understand B2B or B2C, both are same, okay? It's just the target audience are a little different. Okay,
Right.
so let us focus on B2C accelerator throughout our course. Okay.
Sure.
So I will just show you some important things here. Now, if you look at Hybris Commerce Suite, okay, you can see there is a folder called Hybris. Let us go inside that folder. So when you first uninstall your, when you first you unzip it, you will see only bin folder, nothing else. Okay. All these folders are generated. We will go through the steps later. I want you to focus on the local extensions.xml file. I know this is a new name for you, but does anybody know what local extensions means? Because some of you might have already worked on Hybris.
Yeah, what I have seen is in that local extensions you have specified all the dependencies that you would like to build and deploy into the server.
Okay, that is, see, all the dependencies are in extension info, not in local extensions. Anyways, I mean, I don't want you guys to get confused because of these terminologies. Pay attention to the word extensions, okay? Pay attention to the word extensions. In Java, if you do something, I mean, in your Eclipse, if you look at Eclipse, you have a Java project, right?
Yes.
Okay. So generally your project will do something. It might be part of your web application. Okay. Now, similarly, Hybris came up with this word called extensions. Okay. Extension is nothing but it is your counterpart of Java project. You can assume, you can keep that in your mind like, okay, extension is something like your Java project. I mean, it is not completely correct. I will explain you the differences later on, but for now, just assume in Java, if it is project, in Hybris, it is called extension. Just keep it that way, as simple as that. Now, let us open our local extensions file, okay? How to generate this local extensions file? It is very simple. If you guys don't see my screen, please do tell me because I'm little concerned that sometimes okay, are you guys seeing my screen?
I'm seeing Hybris Commerce Suite right now and installer.
Okay, so go to command prompt. Okay, be on that installer folder. Okay, go there and go to command prompt, and all you need to do is install.bat -r. -r stands for recipe. Okay, what kind of recipe you want? You want B2B or B2C? So we are planning to focus on B2C, right?
Yes.
Okay, just hit B2C_ACC. If you can't remember the name, we're very simple. Go inside recipes. You know which recipe you want. Type that name. Okay, and say enter. So when this runs, because I've already set it up, maybe it will run much faster, and I ask all you people at least have 8 GB of your RAM, okay? Otherwise, Hybris is going to be dead slow, and you'll get really frustrated with it. So if you go to your system Hybris config, if you see this one is just generated, it is 8:06 here on my local time, it is just generated, okay? Try to open that file. So these are the extensions that are generated. Okay, MCC, multi-channel cockpit, back office, we'll come back to it. So you can see pretty much there are some extensions that are generated in our recipe, and we have to pay attention to electronic store or apparel store. We can use one of them. These are demo sites, okay? I already have it on my machine. I'll take through it. We have electronic store and apparel store, and you can see when you run a B2C recipe, this is the extensions that you are going to get. Okay, I have already run it for B2B and B2C. Okay, if you look at it, these are the two extension files. Let me open B2B.
Can
Yeah?
I ask a question? Like in that local extensions.xml, if you can go to that.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So let's say if this is something got generated because of the command line that you have run.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Just for my understanding sake, is back office dependent on commerce search back office, or is it commerce search back office dependent on back office, or both are independent?
Okay. Now, to understand or answer your question, okay, frankly speaking, nobody will straightforward say, okay, this is dependent because it is a bit complicated, but I can look at it and tell you using my Eclipse.
Okay.
Okay, just hold on for a minute. I'm opening my Eclipse. I can look at the extension info of back office and clearly tell you. It is straightforward.
The reason why I asked is, I was thinking they are dependent on each other. That's why I'm thinking it has some dependencies here, just to understand if I am in the right path or not.
Okay, so I got all the projects into my Eclipse, okay, and as you asked, let me go to that particular extension called back office. Now in back office, if I go to extension info.xml and look at it, so this one particular back office is not dependent on anything else, okay? It is dependent on platform by default, but it is not dependent on anything else. Let me look at commerce search back office. Commerce search back office, okay? And let me go to extension info.xml. Now you can clearly see it says it is the required extension is back office and
Okay.
commerce search and commerce facade. So if you see the order, the way these people have given, they have given back office and commerce search back office. As I explained you, if you look at your extension info.xml file in your Eclipse, you should get the answer.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and all this, though they are not specified anywhere, they are dependent on platform extensions. So if you wanted to see what platform extensions are, go to your bin folder platform and go to your ext. You see these extensions, catalog, core, HAC, impacts, etc., etc. These are the base. Without this, the system will not run. So always remember, platform is your most important extension. Okay. I mean, am I getting too technical and confusing you guys? Because once I start, there are certain points where I'll just go away on that point. So is it okay till this point?
Yeah.
Fine.
Can you open that platform again?
You want to see the platform? All right. Okay.
Go back. In the bin folder, there are other
Extensions, right?
how did they come?
Okay, how? Okay, they came as part of the Hybris installation. If you you wanted to see the Hybris Commerce Suite. Okay, this is unzipped. Okay, it is not installed version. It is just unzipped version. If I open it, the bin is the only folder, and these are all coming by default. These are all out of the box.
Okay, with the installer it is coming. When we do install, it will come.
When we do the install, the other folders will come like config. So if you look at this folder, you have only bin, right?
Yes.
Okay. If you go to my other folder where I have installed the Hybris application,
Okay, you will have config all the other folders you're saying.
okay, these are the ones that are generated. Config, data, log, roles, temp. These are all generated. Okay.
After build, right?
After your first ant clean all.
Yeah.
Okay, ant clean all means build. Okay. I didn't want to introduce too many terms to people because, again, we will eventually come back to all of this.
No, my point is inside bin we have folders parallel to platform, right? These are like our accelerator specific. It varies with B2C and B2B.
Yes, they vary. Okay. How I can say that is, if you look at this, I'll just take one random example. Okay. If you look at EXT accelerator, okay, or if you look at EXT data, so electronic store and apparel store will come only with B2C accelerator. When you do install.bat minus R B2C underscore ACC, you will see only these two extensions. Okay.
Okay.
Whereas if you go and do B2B underscore accelerator, let me open that file so that it is easy for you. If you see this, there is a power tool store. For B2C, you will see apparel store and electronic store, whereas for B2B, you will see only power store. So what needs to be chosen is dependent on your recipe. They just grouped it, okay? If you look at template, EXT template, this is just for template purpose. When you do EXT gen and module gen, okay, again, I don't want to use that words now. When you try to use or create your web services, when you want to extend something, you are going to use based out of these templates. It will be YMT or Y add-on or Y accelerator or Y accelerator storefront, stuff like that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys want me to proceed further, or we want to put a break here? What do you want to do? I can go. I have no issues. And please understand, this is not a demo. It is kind of a day one class, because from tomorrow or whenever we start the next class, I'm going to start from here.
Yeah. You can continue.
Okay, you want me to continue? Okay, I'll take another 5. And then we'll put a break there. Now, I have installed Hybris on my machine. Okay, I have everything up and running. So I am assuming you guys know what HMC means. Is there anybody who does not know what HMC means?
All I know is it's a management console. Apart from that, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. You know what is needed. Okay, that is enough. You know it is a management console, so people can come there and manage something. Okay. So instead of remembering all the URLs, just remember this URL. Okay, localhost 9001 MCC. MCC is multi-channel cockpit. Through this you can go everywhere. Okay, and the username is admin. The password is Nimda. Anybody has any questions here? Is there anybody who needs admin Nimda? Okay, good. Somebody said no. I take it as no. Okay, so you see all this. You have a product cockpit, you have marketing tools, and you have WCMS, you have HMC, administration console, and stuff like that. So let me go and click. You can see it is selecting select marketing. You can just take that off and just focus only on HMC as of now. Don't go into marketing. If you If that marketing was selected, this guy would have been expanded like this. So don't worry about it. So as I have already installed Hybris on my machine, I have access to HMC. Okay. All right. Somebody should say yes.
Yep.
Okay. Now I said when you install B2C accelerator, you will get electronic store and apparel store. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. If you see your WCMS is Web Content Management System. You can see the two stores. In fact, it is two stores, but one of them is localized. When I say localized, it is one is in German, other one is in UK, and you have an electronic store. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now, how to access these stores? Just click on any of them, and the easiest way is go to your WCM's cockpit properties, and you can see there is a preview URL. Okay, just go here, put localhost 9001, copy paste this way. Is my server up and running? Yes, it is. So this is the electronic store, okay, which Hybris has given out of the box, and all the major websites like Canon. You guys know Canon cameras? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so Canon, these guys have used Hybris. Okay, and did you guys visit Home Depot anytime?
Yes.
Okay, Home Depot is also using Hybris. Okay, and I'm proud to say that I was part of this architecture team, Home Depot architecture team, and we will come to this Home Depot now and again because it is my favorite website. Okay, so you have an electronic store here, okay, and the first page where you land up is called as home page, any website. Agree to this point? Anybody has any questions here?
That's clear.
Okay, so how to identify is just go, you can see somebody would have given it, what is the start page? The start page is the home page. This is how you define it. Okay, now after your home page, you go on to any, okay, I don't want to use the word categories or anything at this point. I want you guys to wait for some more time. Okay, so you see this other page, the next page after home page. The next page generally will be called as product listing page, PLP. So when you are in Hybris projects, people will say, hey, there is an issue on PLP, so you should understand PLP. Okay. Now, product listing page will list all the products because you can see there are 2 products found for this particular category. So it has multiple products. So when you list all your products, that page is called PLP. Then if you go inside, I don't know why this is making, okay. Let me go to any other product. I mean, I was playing around with my DB, so something has gone wrong. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so if you click on a particular product, you will go into a PDP. It is called product description page. Okay, you have your home page, the first page, then you have your PLP, which will list all your products, and you have your PDP, which is describing your product. It will give you all the summary, etc., etc., etc. Okay, let me go to the other store. Maybe I'll go to the apparel store. Sorry guys for this. I will just go back to any other store. It doesn't make any difference anyways.
Ram, I had this issue with 5.3. I started going from home page to the product detail page.
Okay. You were going from home page to product detail page?
Yeah, just to test around, I clicked on that Canon PowerShot EF480.
Okay. You click directly on the product?
Yes, Ram.
Okay, this is the other apparel site. Okay, let me go to this guy. Okay. There's some problem with my database. I was initializing it and I was playing, maybe I stopped in between, so it is causing some issues. Let
You can
me,
show it in the live this thing also, Home Depot site also, right?
yeah, okay, anything is fine. Let me go to any other website which, let me go to, okay. You guys do online shopping? I think most of you. Okay, so you guys know this brand Celio? People from Bangalore. Are there any people from Bangalore?
Yeah, I'm from.
Okay, perfect. So I know there's a Celio store in some of the malls. So I always, I mean, I know a bit about Celio. So this is a home page, and this is a PLP where you have all the products. And if you click on a particular product, you go to PDP. This is a description, okay? And after that, you go to your payment page or something like that, okay? But you need to remember home page. Home page is fine, but you need to know what is PLP and PDP, okay? Now, the most important point for this entire day, okay? PLP, okay, is driven through solar. Have you guys heard about this word solar?
Yes.
Search engine, right?
Search engine.
Okay, it's a search engine and it does some indexing and stuff like that. Okay, we'll come back to solar at once we are very confident about the complete architecture. Okay, so PLP is completely driven through solar. Okay, the reason why it is driven through solar is, imagine, okay, I have to explain you what facet means. You guys know what facet means? Let me go to your favorite website. Did you guys hear any time about this word facet?
No, not it.
Okay. So in any e-commerce website, I shouldn't generalize, but I can generalize based on my experience. If you go to any e-commerce website, on your left side, you have some filters, right? You can select your price, you can select your brand, you can select what is your RAM size, screen size, etc., etc., etc. You can select all your attributes, right? This left side, what you are seeing is called as facet. Okay? Even in Celio, you have a facet here. Are you guys with me here? You understand what a facet means? Guys, somebody need to talk here.
Yeah,
Hello?
that's clear.
Yeah, looking at it.
Okay. So what you see on your left side is your facet, okay? And what you select in facet, if I select blue color, okay, and say, I don't know why he used the word validate, but if I select the word blue color and green color and maybe slim and regular and say, so every time you see the number of articles are changing. Are you guys looking at it? Are you guys paying attention?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So based on your facet selection, your PLP will change, okay? And this is a very important point. Your facet is driven through PLP. I mean, your PLP is driven through your solar. I'm sorry for that. Your PLP is driven through your solar. You have to be very confident about this, okay? And if I click on a particular product, this is coming from database. I don't know why they chose that way, but it is coming from database. I have tested and verified it. It is coming from database, whereas here it is coming through your PLP. I will show you this example. We will come back to this once we are in 13th class or something like that. I can clearly show you why PDP is from DB, why PLP is from solar. Okay, it's a very important point. And most people, if you guys attend interview, they are going to stress more on solar and ask you, have you tweaked your facets on your PLP and how did you index it? How did you get that indexing and stuff like that? Did I make things clear, or did I introduce too many confusions to you guys?
Not
Will you
confusion.
cover solar concepts also along with in this training? How do you want to organize your solar? How do you want to integrate?
See, solar itself is a completely different thing, okay, but I will be using solar. I'll be explaining you how solar is playing role here, okay? But if you ask me how to configure it and stuff, see, ultimately at the end of this session, if you guys have seen the training schedule, we are going to set up a website. We are going to set up a e-commerce website, okay? And when we are dealing there, I will surely come to solar. I have to deal with solar because there is a specific example where we have to use solar there. You guys are fine with that?
Is it important to know the background of solar and before coming into this? Some mandatories like, what do you say about Spring? Do you need to show background on solar before we come into this?
See, you don't need complete understanding how to configure and stuff, but at least you need to know what solar does. How a solar look, okay? Okay, because the system is up and running, I can open solar as well and show you. Solar runs on this port 8983, okay? And whatever you are seeing here are your cores, okay? See, again, because I am a back-end developer, I interact with solar and I know how to deal with solar. Not everybody needs to know about it, but it is good if you know about it. It will be easy. It will make a lot of sense when I explain things. But if you don't know solar, at least know what solar means, what solar does. It does some indexing. Anybody can tell me what indexing means?
Identifying the object.
Identifying the object, okay.
List of items into page by page indexing, right?
Okay. What is the use of indexing?
To speed things up.
Perfect. I was expecting the word to speed up things. Okay. So solar is used to get your results faster. Okay. The reason why you are using the word, why you are using solar is, see, every time you don't want to go and talk to your database, okay, and arrange things. Guys, do you agree this point? Always talking to database is a very bad performance in your application.
So solar.
What is that?
I mean, does caching?
You see, caching, everything is done by Hybris. However, the result fetching is done by solar.
Okay.
Okay. Solar has indexes. Okay. To simplify this, I will tell you one thing. You guys have books, right? Your Java books and stuff like that. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. If you want to search for this word like dynamic, what do you call that? Dynamic, or if you want to search a word called inheritance, what is the easiest way? You have a big book which has some 500 pages and you want to search for this topic called inheritance.
Go look at the index page, right?
Exactly. So if you go to your index page, it will clearly tell you in what all page numbers inheritance topic is discussed, right?
Yes.
So having the address of what to look out for, like in solar knows or solar has the address of what you are looking out for. So it will fetch things much faster. Rather than going and hitting a database and getting everything and modifying the result set, solar will already do all that stuff for you. And that is the biggest advantage of solar, because just imagine if I select some Lenovo and it takes 15 seconds to go hit the database and come back with the search, will you again visit Flipkart? I don't think. If the customer is frustrated with the website, he'll never come back to the website. So you have to give the results much faster, what he searches. And see this, if I type something like Samsung, so it is suggesting something, right? Guys, hello?
Yeah.
It is suggesting you, it is doing some auto suggest, something like Samsung Mobile, Samsung J2, Samsung Galaxy J7. So your solar has the capability of auto suggest. You can clearly define as soon as somebody types something, it will auto suggest and it will give you the results. So Solar will give you all these advantages. And if the person who asked me the Solar question, what is his name? I'm sorry.
Bhupati.
Bhupati. Okay, hi Bhupati. So if you look at Solar in HMC, okay, if you look at here and you see the index, you can see something like synonyms. The system is taking some time. There is nothing in this. There is some stop words. There is nothing in this. There is okay. Maybe there is nothing, but you can define all of them here. So Bhupati, just for another understanding, synonyms means, you know, it is the actual meaning, okay? If I use the word like cap, okay, or use the word hat, okay, both are same. Both are going to retrieve me the same result. So if you specify the word hat and cap in synonyms, it is going to give you the same result.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. Is it making sense?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. And stop words. Okay. Why do you want stop words in your website? Anybody can answer.
I'm hearing for the first time.
Okay. Okay. You don't want people to type some abusive words on your website, right?
Yes.
You can list them all here.
So you are typing, right?
What is that?
So you are typing, right?
I mean that's maybe I'll give you my number. We can talk afterwards. But so this is just a control, okay? In your search, you can have all these controls. Okay.
Yeah, sounds great.
Let me stop here because it's already 1 hour. So I don't want to overload you guys, okay? Because I said this is a demo session, but I told to the organizer that I don't want to spend talking about like B2B and explain 20 minutes about B2B and talk nonsense. So this is a pure technical session, okay? And if you know dependency injection in Spring, please join, okay? Because if you don't know that, I cannot help you. But if you know that, I can build everything on top of it. I am expecting you guys to be aware of the basics of Spring. Otherwise, it is going to be difficult.
Ram, do you have any prerequisites for this course? Like Spring dependency injection is one of your prerequisites.
Yes.
Even the Solar is a prerequisite, or
No. Solar is not a prerequisite, okay? See, if you talk about big projects, okay, like Home Depot, let me explain you one simple example. See, Home Depot, when we implemented this, there was a separate search architectural team, okay, because it was too difficult for developers to do everything. I'll tell you why. If you go to Home Depot and search for something like appliances or something like that, okay, and if I go to some washers and something like that, and if I select some washer, so Home Depot, guys, are you there? I don't hear any noise.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
go on. Go on.
Okay. Home Depot, when they asked us to do stuff, they said they wanted to show where the product is in the showroom, okay? If you select your store, it should show in which aisle the product is in. Okay? Guys, are you understanding what I said?
Okay.
So let me take you to one favorite Samsung or LG Twin Wash. Okay, let me add it to cart.
I don't want to show this to my wife. It costs around almost $1,600.
But it is a good one, man. I like it. So I somehow don't see it on the website, but they came up with a specific requirement, like they want us to show in which aisle the product is in. Okay, so that customers can directly go to the showroom and go to that particular aisle without asking anybody and go and find their products. So when we had requirements like this, already implementing, and it has 11 million products. Home Depot has 11 million. Okay, so it was very difficult for us, and they had a complete search engine team. Okay, so the reason why I brought up this is generally for big company, for big e-commerce in like Amazon or anything where they have millions of products, they have a complete search team. Okay, and they are going to handle all your Solar stuff. So Solar is not a prerequisite. If you have, it is an advantage because you'll easily understand what I'm talking.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Just want, like, if you have any prerequisites, please let us know.
I would say please have a good machine. Okay, when I say machine, your machine should be extremely fast because Hybris is a heavyweight application. Okay, guys, can you please tell me what is the difference between a heavyweight application and a lightweight application? Any examples? Any examples?
Maybe, your lightweight, you won't be doing too much of processing within one single machine. Okay. Probably a heavyweight would have mostly run on all the layers running on a single machine and stuff like that.
Okay. I didn't get the answer, but anyways, I think you guys know, like people keep saying EJB is heavyweight, Spring is lightweight, EJB is heavyweight, Spring is lightweight. Did you any time research why it is called that way?
I mean, it's a number of packages that it comes with, right?
Not really. Okay. If
the amount of RAM it requires, like this 5.7, by default it requires minimum of 3 GB, something like that. And
no, 8 GB. 8 GB. Okay.
I mean, 3 GB completely allocated to that. So
okay.
we need 8 GB RAM for to compensate that.
Okay.
So.
Now, okay, let me put it in an easy way. So if you take EJB application, okay, if you take EJB framework, EJB will use your system resources. Okay. When I mean system resources, it will use, like within Windows you have a lot of services and stuff like that. So EJB will use your system resources. Whereas if you take Spring application, it will just run in Spring container. Okay. If I didn't explain it correctly, maybe I'll explain you more, but heavyweight and lightweight depends on the usage of system resources. Okay. Yeah. And one interesting question I got, I realized some time back was, do you guys know why the name Spring came up with? Why they named the framework as Spring?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Okay. So how many guys are from US here in the training session?
Myself, Vijay.
Vijay.
Ravindra.
Ravindra.
Sirisha.
Sirisha. Okay. Okay, I have 3 people. That is good. Okay. Guys, of all the weathers here, which is the best season for us?
Summer.
Which one?
Summer.
Naturally spring.
Okay. Have you guys been to Utah or Vegas or anywhere where it is super hot?
No, man. I live in Chicago. I always wish to be in summer.
I was also in Chicago for some time. Not Chicago, in fact, close to Chicago. I was in Wisconsin for some time. But guys, okay, summer is also good, but generally for most people, it is spring. Spring is fantastic for most people because you are through the winters, and spring is just when you start feeling a little warm. You guys agree to that?
Yes.
So
that's right, yeah.
The reason why they came up with this technology called Spring, I mean they named the framework using Spring is, in US, spring means happiness. People are happy to come out and enjoy. They will take off all their jackets and enjoy. Okay. Whereas, see, Spring came in competition with EJB. Do you guys agree to that?
Yes.
That's right, yes.
So EJB was ruling the markets, then all of a sudden Spring came and Spring wiped out EJB. Most, I mean, except some German companies, nobody's using EJB now. Okay. If you look at, are you seeing my screen?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, go to spring.io. You see this green color leaf?
Yeah, now it makes sense.
Okay. A green color leaf means after winter when everything is dead, it will start sprouting. Okay. That green color leaf means that. That is the reason why it is there. It is called spring.
Yeah, thanks
Okay.
for yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. See, we have pretty much hit our time. So I want a quick introduction. Generally, I don't want to start with introduction. However, I know Vijay, I know Venkat. Okay, Sirisha, can you please go ahead and give a quick introduction in 30 seconds? Like what are you doing currently?
Yeah, I have 12 years of SAP experience as a technical lead. Like I have worked on a couple of technical modules like Enterprise Portal, UI5, Fiori, CRM Web Channel, and IPC, CRM IPC. So it's like many areas I work. Currently I'm on break actually.
Okay, I understand that, Sirisha. Thanks for telling.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
so I'm just looking for the other technical one which I can relate with my skills.
Okay. It's good that you chose something which is ruling the market. Okay. It's getting really paid well. Okay. Hybris consultants are getting good money in the US. All right. Let me move to Ravindra.
Yeah. Hi Ram. Like I was on one of the support project on Hybris.
Okay.
So I want to make a career on Hybris development side. So
okay.
I chose this. Yep.
Perfect. I mean, it would make a lot of sense because you are already in support. For you, HMC, HAC, cockpits, all these terms are already known. So it is easy for me to deal with you. Okay, good.
I know certain patches, but I don't know as a package as a whole.
Okay, I mean, see, Hybris, at first it looks like a demon, okay, but once you start correlating things, it is very easy. I wouldn't use the word very easy, it is easy, okay? Let me be frank. Okay, then somebody by name Moon King. Wow. Moon King. Do you want to talk or you want to remain anonymous?
Hi Ram, can I start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was actually looking for, sorry for telling you late, but I was looking for a functional analyst training demo.
Okay.
So the training people informed me that, I mean, you would be taking the functional analyst course also, right?
I will be taking, but this is more of technical, okay, but let me be very clear, okay. When you be a functional consultant, especially in Hybris, you should be in a situation to decide whether that will be a code change. If there is a code change, where the code change will be. I mean, you need not do the code change, but you should be able to level of expertise, only then you'll be called a business analyst or functional consultant. Okay.
Okay.
I'll tell you why they're doing that, okay.
Okay.
See, functional consultant is a bridge between the development team and the product owner.
Yeah.
Okay. So when the product owner gives you some requirements, like he wants to see these attributes, he wants to see, like he wants to have a limitation on the number of products that can be ordered and stuff, he wants to have some validations. You should be in a situation to come up with your design saying, hey, this kind of interface, this kind of validation will need some kind of code changes. How much code changes? You should be at least having a rough estimate. Okay. So
even for a business analyst, people are looking for people with technical expertise.
Yes, I have interviewed a candidate. I have taken a candidate. I mean, you need not know everything, but at least you should be in a situation to come up with your analysis saying this will require some code changes, where it will be required.
I am actually a MBA. I finished my MBA in India. Okay. And I'm working in the US, so I wanted an entry into the US. So I'm not a very technical person, but I have some background in Java, C, C++, and Jeb and Groovy.
Okay.
So but so if I notice my peers in India, they're like right away they're starting as a consultant position in say some Deloitte or somewhere.
Okay.
In Hybris or say
Yeah.
any of the SAP technologies. So I was just what I wanted to do here was somehow get to finish the business analyst certification and start looking for jobs as a entry level professional in
So
Hybris.
for you, okay, for you, day 5. Are you seeing my screen?
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
So first 4 days I was targeting more technical, but I understood like, okay, on day 5 I need to talk about certain functional words, okay, something like catalog, category, subcategory, product, variant, languages, countries, translations, etc., etc. So yeah, I'm frankly saying you this is targeted. I mean, you can see the course itself is technical training, but
Oh, okay.
but for
Yeah.
you, okay, if you want, please do attend the day 5. It will
Uh,
make some sense to you.
Yeah, Ram, I can actually I mean talk in a bit detail because I'm holding up others. If you can share your number or something, I can maybe we can connect
Okay.
tomorrow and we can
Yeah,
talk.
yeah, we can surely do that. No problem. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry for. I mean, I just got carried away. I'm sorry for that.
Sorry,
Okay.
guys.
Alright, Ram, this is Raj. I'm the Moon King here.
Okay. I loved your name. Thank you so much for telling your name.
Yeah, I've been in SAP for 20 years, more of functional.
Okay.
I don't know anything on Java, don't know anything on Spring. I do know a lot of, I mean, I could probably read the code, but never written the code. That's just me. So I was in the assumption that, and I know this is a technical demo or day 1. I requested for the functional as well. I do know a little bit of Hybris here and there.
Okay.
But I lack the in-depth knowledge, meaning, like say, how do you define certain things? How do you configure certain things? And how do you just, I mean, it's not high level what maybe I thought maybe I'll look at the technical side of it and see, keep aside the Java and Spring aside and then, look at the rest of it.
Okay. I understand where you're coming at because since you've been with SAP and not much of code exposure or any Spring technologies, maybe this is the wrong place for you because we will start a functional batch, but not now. Our main focus is on technical at this point.
Yeah, I just have one question in your, I mean, if you have time you can answer, but otherwise ignore it.
Okay.
I installed a 6.0, I mean, just recently. MCC is not part of 6.0?
They keep changing. I haven't installed 6.0, but I have 6.0, so you want me to try it, I can try and tell you what is happening there.
No, but I think in 6.0 you have, I mean, in typical sense, if you do ant all, that's when it installs everything. And somebody told me you should use ant module gen or something.
No. They have given you completely different. Maybe I can give you my number. Please call me and I can set it up for you.
Awesome. So I also want to talk to you on some other thing. If you could share me your number, that'll be great.
Yeah, sure. I will do that. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Next. Okay. Maybe we have covered everybody. Bhupati, you didn't talk, or maybe you want to talk later?
No, I'm there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I have 15 plus of experience as an architect and as a technical delivery manager. So predominantly from an integration and B2B world of background.
Okay.
I'm currently working in a fashion retailer. I'm currently based in London.
Okay.
So it's part of the e-commerce program, and we are using Hybris pretty much. So I was more interested in getting into the Hybris world of things.
Okay.
So I have pretty much an understanding about the high level of business analyst. So I don't need too much of a business process related, but I have an understanding because we're part of wiring out the things for the whole program using integration there.
Okay.
I have a background in Java and J2E. I'm pretty much from integration, complex event processing, and PPM stuffs.
Okay.
Expectation is around getting into Hybris both as an architect level and as a technical delivery manager sort of a thing.
Yep,
So
yep, you
I
are at the
think
right
probably
path.
this
Yeah,
course will be able to.
I understand, and I'm pretty confident because your expectation is right. Okay, this is going to be a mixture of both technical as well as functional. Okay, as soon as we are done, we will be confident both on the functional aspects and the technical aspects. So I'm targeting both, but it is predominantly a technical one. So you are at the right place. Yep, good. All right. So yeah, anybody else I left out? I know I'm taking your time, but yeah, I have no other option now. Okay. Yeah, we'll call it for the day, and I'll share my number. Who needs it? You can send an email to the organizer. I can pass the phone number, and we can talk.
Looks like everyone needs it, Ram. You can just meet in the chat somewhere.
Okay. Thank you all, and you can send me a mail with your contact details if you have not yet provided, and I will also reply to you all with RAM number. Okay. Thank you for participating in the demo, and thank you, Ram.
All right, guys. Talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for coming. Bye.
Thank you.
Right.